Y'all are not ready for this. And see? KFC. Legit KFC. I will say the animation for this is very good. I feel like I should have some of those, like, rave glow sticks going. I told you guys, y'all were not ready for this. Oh my word. When we are playing on Valentine's Day, I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-looking-good dating simulator. Or as I've dubbed it, a golden fried delicious dating sim. But, hopefully game capture should be behaving. Like, y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw, like, the whole intro. Because I was a little worried about that. Alright. Let me turn this back up. Hopefully the music shouldn't blast y'all out of your seats. Because there is, like, some soft music playing. But the thing is, like, I can only turn it up so much. And of course, if it's too loud, y'all can let me know. Bright flashing anime images and mildly chaotic arrangement. Perfect. Again, like, I definitely wanted you guys to see that because it is absolutely amazing and totally sets the mood for what we're going to be seeing today. But this was a free visual novel that came out several years ago that was developed with KFC and in the means of promoting KFC and such. But of course, I've already told my chat and I'll let you guys know. Since it is a visual novel, I will offer to do voices and such if y'all wish. I'll do my best. But we're just gonna have fun. It's gonna be short, but it's gonna be fun, and maybe we'll go for some other silly stuff after we're done with it. But let's just go ahead and hop into it. Welcome, Shep. Before we get started, tell us your full name. Well, or tell us your name. We'll just go with Bullseye. As usual. As usual. Oh. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh, look at our bedroom! Look at our bedroom. Like, we have K-pop boy bands, we have anime chicken and such. Oh my word. We are totally in there. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in this moment forever. Or you could wake up. Now! 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 Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Do I have a chicken alarm clock? I do have clinomania from time to time where it's just like, I just want to stay in bed. It's too cold and it's so warm in the bed. We'll go. Smack that clock and up and at 'em. Yes, Chef! Duck would not be a great name for a game where the chicken gets cooked. Yes. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Oh, I just noticed the little jewelry box over here too. Look at that. It looks like a KFC box, like literally, which I'm sure there's going to be plenty of references to that. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. I mean, smelling good is important, so nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Well, I mean, there's one. Oh, this is pretty though. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking, School Academy for Learning. All right, real quick. Making sure audio is good. Again, one of these days I'll get headphones and or earbuds to like combat that. Alright. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Oh, she's cute. Good morning, Bullseye. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Wow. Okay. Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot of nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents, she always held herself to a very high standard. Oof. Every day is the first day of the rest of your life, I mean. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day-only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. I've heard of cram school, but 3 days? That's very short. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Well, I'd do it. I mean, hey, if you can learn to become a master chef in 3 days, why not? Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? I don't know. I don't want to gossip. Pep talk your best friend. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower, and that other card featuring that handsome fellow in a red suit? They obviously have not played Persona. They do not know the true meanings. I don't follow tarot, but I remember descriptions of these arcana from Persona. So, that kind of sounds like Tower and Devil. So those don't sound amazing. Santa Claus, North Pole. I don't see any confusion. I mean... I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. I mean, bangs are good. Not that I've been letting mine grow out, but you know what? Can you believe I cut them myself? Hey, you go, girl. I did too. You can definitely believe it. Hey! I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! Is Ashley? Huh? Also, how anime is this uniform? Like, my goodness. This is like, what? Ashley? How are we gonna pronounce this? I'm just gonna say Ashley, but whatever. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Oh. Ashley with an odd accent. It might be. Hello, Ashley. I'll try. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Bullseye shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. I mean... Oh my gosh. She has chicken on her socks. I mean... Ugh. Can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make her feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man. This is so anime. Has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. What in the world? Van? Oh. Oh. Hi. You rang. Oh my gosh. This guy is totally JoJo. We're gonna get like so many anime tropes in this. I can already tell. This guy is totally JoJo, which I guess Van is kind of the thing, especially with that hair and the muscles and the weird uniform. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would even allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you! Oh. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. And his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Bullseye, so... Are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Did Pop have a son named Van? Who knows? Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Who is this guy? Was this like the current CEO of KFC at the time? Because this looks way too specific to not be it. Also the bucket of fried chicken on there. Nice. Trying to see if there's like any other little things. Also, what is this? Is this little like bucket of chicken my menu? It is. Okay. Got it. Oh, look at him. A scruffy looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Now, quiet down, everyone. It's a chicken podium. It's a chicken podium. His name is Sprinkles! Oh my goodness. Fried chicken is clearly necessary for studying mathematics. Who is this unreasonably cute pup and why is he in our culinary class? He must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. UCSAL? No! Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. This is too cute. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. Is it time? I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. I mean, time kind of stood still when I met Spirit, so... It's him! If it isn't my favorite student, Harlan. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Bullseye sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Take a moment to clean yourself up, thank you. It's a good thing you didn't forget about your deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot! Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even really be adorable tiny food. Things are definitely being said right now. They are. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Sporks? Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a really good summer. I really miss... Huh? Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, and interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Does that mean you failed, especially if it's 3 days? Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Oh. Bzz, word. The class bursts into laughter. Wait. He's a pressure fryer! He's totally a pressure fryer. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Oh my gosh. Because that's how you make fried chicken fast. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. But I already took them, but I know, like, you know. My anime trip sense is tingling. True. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? I mean... Clearly. Clearly. I feel if we give him a beef treat, we're gonna be in serious trouble. So, you reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well. I think there might be some competition for our new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. I mean... Oh. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, Bullseye, there's a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. 2 good options, but which will you choose? Note to self, wash hands before cooking anything. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. This is I Love You, Colonel Sanders, and he is the anime protagonist. Did you see those cherry blossom petals sweeping in when he entered? You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. I mean, and can't we just luck out that the seat is like right between our best friend and our romantic interest? It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Wait, what about this? That looks like a pen. But whatever. Thanks for offering me the seat. I only have 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. I mean, it's not wrong. Because he's not encouraging you to burn it yourself out, but he's encouraging to do what you can with what you have and do it to the best of your abilities. Not bad advice, so. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me! This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If a train A is traveling to point B and B train is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? We were just talking about this. We were just joking about this. But yeah, what about that like 180 of quiz questions? It was like, you think you're getting asked one thing, but then you get asked something completely different. That's absolutely appropriate. Extremely, I would say. How important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. I guess looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to night vision goggles. What is this quiz? Or what are these questions and answers? Conflict between character art and visual novel text description is a classic element of the visual novel genre. I mean, chicken is to feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? What is their obsession with sporks, though? Is this because KFC likes to use sporks? It happens all the time. You'll have to point it out to me next time. But yeah, it's like, I don't think any of these, like, this obviously seems like the right answer. A spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Oh. Well. Camel meat. That just sounds wrong. But no, this sounds right. Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? You're going to ask me if a dog character is a good boy, and I'm not going to not. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He is the best boy. All dogs are good boys and girls, and best boys and girls. That's right. Your total score is a perfect score. 5 out of 5. Nice. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Thank you. Wow. What a nice compliment on day 1. Hot diggity, Bullseye, you just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch! Yes! That is a thing to say. I mean... Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. It is nice looking, though. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? This guy is still called student, though, which is a little concerning. Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But, shh. This guy is going to become a total running gag. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Does it smell smelly? Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. I mean, as you should with food. Student has very strong NPC vibes, yup. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating! For years, I have developed a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I have to say about that. What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude, nah. I just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. Oh, my word. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just, like, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hand of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. Girl, heck off. Just realized that's Van's hair. Yup. This is, he is like representing hard the JoJo's trope, for sure. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as if he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and acts unimpressed. Easy now, there is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing! Testing Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Uh-oh. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Huh. I mean, these two sound good, but I'm definitely one of those people when I go out to eat somewhere. Not that I'm going to try to like replicate something, but that I do try when I try something new to kind of identify what they might have used to flavor it and just, you know, savor it and such. I'm really feeling this one because again, like I feel like this would be what mine is, but you let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe. Pepper? Too obvious? Oregano? Basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark, something spicy. You dig deeper. 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 Yes, even deeper still! Until you find it. Could it be? He really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use. What did he use? Like, I don't know if this is covering up what the actual ingredient is. I mean, like, I don't think it's a secret as to what the, like, 11 herbs and spices are, but still. You try to go even deeper into the sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. Redacted is such a good ingredient. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wonder if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. He has a chicken scepter! It wasn't just in the anime intro, he literally has a chicken scepter and it's so cute. Also that pose though. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that would make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You got more moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use redacted. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Redacted, wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you searched. And redacted definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before, so now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decided to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Meowdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nah. We gotta be modest but thoughtful, I feel. Because, like, you know, trying to egg him on and, you know, show your strength. Like, anything to try to, like, show off, I feel, isn't really the way to go. Because who you are should come out naturally, along with any of your strengths and your weaknesses. You know, especially in either approaching in love, in partnership, friendship, whatever. So we're gonna be modest but thoughtful. Well, ooh. I saw those hearts. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors are complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Bullseye. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Wow. This definitely looks like some, Iron Chef stuff right here. It also does look like we are coming up on an ad. I'm trying to think when... This is the only thing about visual novels, is when is the ideal time to actually take a break with visual novels? It's a hard call. Your personality should come out naturally, like the flavors in your food. Yes! Minstrel got it. Absolutely. You can just play the ad now. Okay. This probably would be a good time, just to go ahead and get out of the way, because I feel like something's about to happen. Because if we're going into the cooking arena, then I have a feeling we're about to go into some sort of, I don't know, montage or battle or something or other. But anyway, I will leave you guys with the very soft, gentle tones of the cooking music. We're gonna go ahead and take 3 minutes of ads, no more, no less, because it turns off pre-roll, so nobody that comes in gets smacked with an ad and everything. But I do encourage you to stand up, stretch, go to the bathroom, get a snack. If you want to get fried chicken, that's up to you. Totally your deal. I might get another matcha latte just because it's one of those deals. And, you know, it's Valentine's Day, and you gotta have a little treat. But we will go ahead and let the ads run, and I will be right back, and we'll move on with our golden delicious dating sim, I suppose. I'd like to see where this is going. Alright, BRB. Perfect timing. Thank you very for your patience. Oh man. Yeah, ad break before Iron Chef starts, pretty much it looks like. Good stuff. Alright. Yeah, that should be a nice little pick-me-up, so I can definitely pick up all the nuances and flavors and maybe even Colonel Sanders. Thank you all for your patience through those ads, but let's continue. Look at this place. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? I don't know. We might need to kind of pump the brakes. I know that this is only like a 3-day kind of thing, but we kind of need to pump the brakes a little bit, maybe. But I don't know. I'm kind of torn on how we're dealing with this. Sure, Bullseye. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Oh. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Oh my, 2 potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Ooh. This is a hard choice, I feel. Chad, who do you think we should help her choose? Like, both will probably have good options. Where's Snap and Crackle? And where's Ratchet at this point? Man. Oh, man. I mean, Miriam was noticing Pop earlier, so we'll go with Pop. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I'm a chef. He holds up a banana and without peeling it, proudly eats the whole thing. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks over at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you 2. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Ooh. Again. They keep suggesting beef, but I don't think that's how it's gonna go. I mean, again, this is Colonel Sanders, and this is about KFC, so I feel like mashed potatoes and gravy might be a home run. IMHO. Nothing too simple, something you're comfortable with, so. Grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I mean, I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off of my man. Girl, he is not anybody's man. Yet. But jeez. Already staking territory. You didn't even claim him as your... Ask him to be your partner. Jeez. I know that that's such a trope when it comes to relationships or anime and such. Like, I mean, this whole game is full anime. Y'all already know this. But, like, the villain or the arch rival being like, you know, my man, my girl. And it's like, you haven't even asked them out yet. Stop it. They have free choice. They have free choice. So you shouldn't be saying they're yours or my man or whatever. Sheesh. If I remember correctly, we both know of a streamer that eats apples whole, so such eating habits do exist. Oh. Wait. Tell me later, but yeah. Anyway. Bulls have to get potatoes like Tom Berry Run. Tom Berry Run would be appropriate in this situation because, you're just adorable little bean skipping off with your chef's knife in your hand, so, Did someone call for me? Yeah, see, there's your man with his own theme song? No, geez, Van Van. While I'm over here crushing Bullseye's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Are you saying you bully him into doing your work for you? Also, this is a theme, though. My gosh. Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Were we ever friends? Also, nice personality shift. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Bullseye was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel, deep down, that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense. But one thing is clear, she's coming for the Colonel if you don't watch out. Yeah, this is a theme. This is absolutely a theme. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Nah. A hunk of hunks. I mean, the game's not wrong. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took Bullseye on as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Simple, elegant, and not condescending. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Bullseye's natural talent or their loyalty. Dang! Never mind. Dang! Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Cooking what, though, child? Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. Wow. I mean, I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The result looks spectacular. Granny would be very proud. This really is to promote KFC food, because good night. Oh. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the small mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up when you see Ashley with a sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling a sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Van, do something! Do something! Uh-oh. Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Bullseye. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes face? Dude. Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. What? Huh? Weren't we just suggesting to cook with octopus not a second ago? And why is it served on an axe? A battle axe, probably, for that matter. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. I mean, not counting the battle axe, but the plating was pretty nice. Minus the battle axe. You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Uh-oh. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! What? What? What is going on? Everyone step back, don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Uh-oh. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. Oh, my word. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite oblivious danger has inoculated him against poisons of all kind. Huh? Yeah, huh? Son like Danganronpa. Maybe. Danganronpa is also not a Bullseye channel game, let me tell you. It's like, I have seen Danganronpa, and it has a lot of good jams, but it is not a game for this channel. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. We're just gonna ignore this kid. Sheesh. Pretty. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. It's not spooky, it's pretty. Like, look at this. Like, you have the cherry blossom tree and all the stars. Shoot. This Van Van definitely wasn't trying to poison anyone. Who knows? It's also ironic since one of our options was to suggest octopus. So if we had gone through with it, one, we probably wouldn't have ended up with as nice a dish, and two, we probably would have ended up poisoning somebody, so. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. Girl! Come on! If you can make it without looking at it, well, I mean, you need to look at it, but if you can just autopilot a recipe, that's a skill! That's absolutely a skill! Like, my gosh. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Is it? Colonel Sanders? Yes, Bullseye? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! Of course. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward the dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. Why though? We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no! You... Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Is that why he has a star in his hair? Because he wants to be the star? Which is not happening. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that! Sir. Sir. I like that Van Ban Star Hair reacted to that statement. Yeah. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. You can be a hero, but that doesn't necessarily make you protagonist material. Or boyfriend material at this point. Oh! Because I was working on trying to have Colonel Sanders be boyfriend material. The spork monster is here to fight a hero. What? What? What in the ever-loving anime world? I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? Oh. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See? Is he priming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What? What will you do? Oh my word, when did we get to be Dragon Quest in a visual novel? What in the world? I'm not an attacker, defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you choose? Trepidation? Wait. Hold on. That's like one of those words that you hear, but you're never sure of what it means. A feeling of fear or agitation about something that may happen. How is that a defense? Huh? You close your eyes tight, but then open one just enough to squint and see the spork monster across the battlefield. For some reason, it makes you feel more prepared for what comes next. Spork monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. Uh-oh. You take 1 damage. Fat lot of good that defense did. I mean, you didn't take more damage. Where's the colonel in all this? Buff up. You think about that feeling you get after having a good meal where you're so full and happy that nothing can get you down. Like food in your belly and just the thought warms you and you grow stronger. I mean, that's a real feeling. Fear is technically a defensive response. I mean, but this is a real feeling. I absolutely have felt this before. Like having a good meal and just making you just so happy you can't contain it. Spork monster is really feeling emboldened by your lack of attacks. Spork monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I don't know, keep defending? More buff up. You draw energy into your arms. Thinking back on all of the stirring you did in the kitchen as a child, your muscles go super swollen. You're ready to take on anything. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitenso? Take 2 damage from the attack. Take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I don't know, attack? You decide to go on the attack. Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is using cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here! Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens! High-power pinch! Does 10 damage! That was a transformation. He's defeated. You saved me! An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. I don't know why he came out of this out of nowhere, but we'll see what Mercy does. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster leaves behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection it's so much more. It appears to be a book of magic spells with golden chicken on the cover. Okay. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. It's a theme, yeah. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Tucks in chat! Good night, my colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Dreams are weird. Dreams are so weird. Oh, man. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? Yeah, fried chicken. You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. You can't believe he really used more redacted. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. Wow. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. He knows the Colonel? Did you you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Huh? Huh? How? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put on a hat one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? No, I said I probably like him or going after him or whatever. This is a classic. I mean, it's definitely something. Like I've seen like one person play this, but that was like years ago when it first came out. So I don't remember like absolutely anything. But it seemed like a classic just to kind of lean into the anime and the tropiness of a silly dating sim. What's up, 10 Power? We definitely connected yesterday. He did say something about an emotional connection, or a connection with the chef on an emotional level, so, you know. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? No! No, don't do that! Don't do that! You silly girl! However, you don't tell her that you know a second ingredient too, which you've discovered on your own. Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. No! Do not betray his trust! That's not it! So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. He would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Huh. I have a feeling that whoever Miriam was talking to might be trying to be a rival to Colonel Sanders, maybe. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. No. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? No! I have questions. I do too. No, you do not. Well, I don't even want to make up a fake ingredient because I feel like this would not only be betraying Colonel Sanders' trust, but this would be betraying her trust, even if she's trying to, like, get it out of us. Like, no! Not only that, it's like, I feel like giving them a fake ingredient would be like all that. Fake ingredient. I know, I'm gonna go with the fake ingredient, but it's like, can't we have a third option where it's like, I don't want to betray anybody's trusts? Like, come on. Come on, why do we have to lie either way? Anyway, but yeah, no, we will not betray his trust. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt, wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. Oh my gosh! Talk about a white knight. Like, for reals. He's dressed in his almost all-white uniform. And on a horse with a chicken saddle. This guy. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. I don't know. I feel like this is going too hard. But then, this is hard. This is hard. Screw it, we ball. No, stop trying to show off. I'd stay back from a horse. Oh, crap. Crap, you're right. Crap, don't. This might have been a bad decision. This might have been a bad call. You said the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Silly youngins and their emotions and snap decisions. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. Nice reference. Nice, Dead Poets Society reference. I think that's what it's called. The Robin Williams movie. The Robin Williams movie. Wow, yeah. Crud! Dang it. Oh. That's not good. However, your sudden movements surprise the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. Why would you approach the front of the horse? Why would you approach the front of the horse? The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Ooh, bullseye! I'm here to deliver you a message! Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. What is this, Beetlejuice? And that name is... Before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Aw, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices, or is that just his natural seasoned musk? No. No. Both of these options are bad. No. No, 1, we're not that far along. 2, we're in public in the middle of school. We are not going in for a smooch. That's not it. Yeah, I feel I did a bad. I totally feel I did a bad, like, running up to the horse. There, we'll make a joke. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. Kinda. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. And we still got hearts off of it, okay. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. I mean, all of these are kind of not good, so... You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder. But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? I mean, this sounds very, like, demure, but... I hope they summon the ghost student. Maybe. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. I mean, it's not exactly about dressing them down, but it's like it's making a decent point. You know, trying to screw with everything and, you know, ruining the school. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ain't you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary schools. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster, huh? I mean, truth be told, this thing did look pretty evil, but huh? What? Weren't we clasping the book, or did we drop it when we passed out and Colonel carried us home? Huh? That's the same book I found last night at the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. Could just be another copy? Maybe. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. Huh? We're playing! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Well. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Child. Ashley's tone is completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. He is a dog. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Oh. Down, boy. Down. Off toppin'. German? That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken! You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. Huh? I feel like there's some foul mix-ups happening. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Bullseye? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Huh? Huh? There's a glass of water, a shimmering pepper, and a dog biscuit? Huh? You say the history discussed in this game may include misappropriations of fact. Thank you for the pin, minstrel. I mean, you're not wrong. I don't know. I feel like the pepper is the answer. Because what? A dog biscuit might be his lunch. A glass of water is like, oh, you need to be revived. But a shimmering pepper might be like, oh, this was the thing that I smelled or tasted or something. I don't know. I may risk burning the roof of my mouth off, but you know what? A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. Don't eat the whole thing! You idiot! Never eat a pepper whole! I mean, I guess at least it's one of the, like, those, small sweet peppers or whatever, but still. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. Oh no! The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. Oh, not you again. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... to fulfill... the prophecy. You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. Why is this such a trope that we just continuously ignore the student? You come to and find everyone is staring at you. Oh. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday? Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. As long as we don't have to eat Van Van's cooking, considering he poisoned student yesterday. You know what? Fine, you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool. Foolish fools do foolish things foolishly. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Bullseye. Yes! I was kind of hoping the ambition might be the answer. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Just then a huge light flashed you in the face, flashing the words timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. I mean, I dig the knife with the little heart on the chain, but... You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him here again. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast, if the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature do you boil the water at? What temperature does the water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius. That's right, but how would you have ever gotten to school without knowing that? Because water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 100 degrees Celsius. So, Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say you used? 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude? That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harvest that energy, so where does it come from? Small town with big dreams. That's right, this is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Woo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling? That's wrong! No! Don't make me get the spray bottle! Dang it. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Bullseye! He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. No. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Oh, come on! I didn't even get a chance to read. They cut the timer in half for that one. That's rude. You were stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What? Get your mind in the game, me! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry. Oh, I forgot the question. Walking along the beach. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Bullseye does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. No! Bullseye, no! But you're not fast enough. Your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. No! What you often find is that the easy way you can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. Is this because I got one question wrong? It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. Here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Bullseye's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I mean, her plating is okay, but also that dish looks a little cracked? I don't know. Yeah, bother. I don't know if they were trying to screw me up on purpose, but dadgummit. Like that one, what is it, success thing threw me off. It was like, I guess the sound of success is silence. I wonder if that was more of a result of your earlier choices. I don't know. I don't know if this is default or what it is. I was going to ask Bullseye to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelee. Wow. That actually does look really nice. Shoot. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you! As he places a sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something to his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Ah. Nah, hold it in. A head injury from a horse and a hallucinogenic pepper might have messed with your character. I mean... Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows... What is going on? The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire, turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. What? Oh, my word. Embarrassed and shamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. I mean, there is eyebrow pencil, but, you know. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. Dang. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. And I lost my innocence when I picked up a firearm and put a bullet in my rival. He survived. For a while, anyhow. Is any of this true? I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something igniting inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. No! Why does it have to be the spork monster? It also looks like we're coming up on an ad break. Okay, I think we're gonna try to get through, I guess, whatever is gonna happen. And then we'll take a break. So minstrel, if you will, when it comes time. It's the spork monster. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Oh, he's actually having a change of heart. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I mean, honestly, I swapped into defense mode, but whatever. I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no. I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book. Precisely. I have procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. Alright, you heard it here first, chat. We have to be sure not to use the book if we come across it. Unlike whatever Ashley and Bam Bam are doing. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Bullseye together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Oh. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss? A personal invite! You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Well, okay. Then we will go here. We will pause right here about for whatever was about to happen. I was expecting a battle, but we will go ahead and let the ads go off, so no need to pause. Again, this seems like perfect timing. Stand up, stretch, go to the bathroom. I'll get some more water. I suggest y'all do the same, because even reading lines takes a lot out of me. But, we always try when 3 minutes ads, no more, no less. This turns off pre-rolls. One of these days I'll get one of these little blurbs that plays when the ads go off. But, we will be back after the ads play. And then we'll see what the Colonel has to say. Now you get to stand here looking at his handsome face and anticipating what's going to happen. Alright. We'll be right back. Got my water. Thank you everybody for your patience through those ads. Well, I guess let's find out about meeting with the Colonel. Oh, how nice is this? It is a chicken statue. Hopefully it's not a stuffed chicken, but... Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Wow. Long ago, I made the decision never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy? Both, perhaps? Now that you've got him right where you want him, should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret, just for you? Ooh. Ooh. See, the thing is, it's like, you know, having such trust with him, I don't know, is that I feel he would be an honorable man, and if we do tell him, he wouldn't just be like, ha, mine, see you, loser, or something, but, ugh. No. Alright, I'll be trusting. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. What? Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotion. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. I mean, I guess as long as we're not going to go through stuff, but... I don't know. Like, I don't know if we're gonna have time to, like, look at every little thing. But I don't know how important it is to, like, look at something specific. Look at his view, because that's really nice. That's really pretty. Gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of Stoon pops up. What? Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of Stoon is swept out with a breeze. Are we really supposed to do something with the student? Because this seems a little... I don't know. Alright. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic. It's real! You stuffed a chicken? Why would you do that? Just get a chicken plush. Ugh. Come on. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. Run on gag is run on gag with that student. Yep. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, the true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. Pictures. Aww. Now this I think is actually based off of a real photo. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing with them. No, they don't, but whatever. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Sure. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his herbs and spices? That door just opened, but that seems a little sus. And in fact, I thought that was the door we came out of. Text description does not equal art. Yep. Oh, what do I do, chat? Should I snoop? Or... like, I don't know if they're gonna let us go through these, or if it was like so many and then we get this option. Ugh. Aww. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? This definitely had to be, like, you know, not only, like, a parody, but also, like, a chance to, like, poke fun, you know? Oh no, is this somebody's ashes? You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Oh, poor guy. I guess we'll get to look at everything. Oh. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of '69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. Huh. Well, it's a long one, that's for sure. If you're asking, I'd say looking at items clearly displayed is fine, yeah. What in the world? Uh-oh. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Fancy. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. Oh, it's a wall safe. You think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside, you find a single note. Why would you open this safe? I didn't think that would be a wall safe. Huh? Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? In Japan, yes. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. In Japan, they actually have prepared chicken sashimi style. But granted, Japan has a much higher standard of food and food safety than we do over here in the US, so... yeah. Well, this is the last thing. And I don't think they're gonna let us take no for an answer. So I guess we have to snoop in whatever the room is. Main protagonist clearly has no action filters in their head. True. Oh. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Make a big move. Tell him you're cold. Why would you try his clothes on? I don't know. I feel like it's one of those tropey moves. I mean, like, it's absolutely like a tropey move. You know, it's where it's like, you know, you get like clothing of someone you have a crush on, and like you try to like breathe in their scent or something. I mean, like, I will be real, like that is a thing. Kind of like when Spirit had this cologne he would wear when we were dating, which he doesn't have anymore because he couldn't find it again when we were young. But I remember he actually sprayed it on something and gave it to me. And every once in a while, like if I was feeling down or I was missing him, I would actually smell that. And it would fill me with like memories or good feelings and stuff. Just again, you know, that smells can relate to memory or feelings or inspiration and such. I don't know. There's your bullseye fun fact of the day, I guess. But what do we say? What do we do? Like make a big move, like try to like make a move on him, or tell the truth, like I wanted to know more about you and I like you or something? I don't know. I don't know if I want to make a big move though. Like making a big move doesn't seem like the thing. Like just tell the truth, I guess. Unless the truth is we want to snoop on him and steal his recipes. I don't know. But yeah, why would you open a safe? That's my question. To vote for truth. I do too. Alright. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too. But I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. Why would you run, though? Like, he's not necessarily shooting you down. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Bullseye? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Well, I mean... that was the truth you're gonna say? I mean... I think they just wanted an excuse to use that animation again. But why do we always dream of, like, the center of a nebula or something? You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, is it even legal? And if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous! My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? I don't like either of these answers. I'm not wanting to, like, make him humble, but I'm also not wanting to, like, flatter, because that sounds like I'm not paying him a genuine compliment. What are these questions, game? Or what are these answers? I know I'm overthinking it. I know I'm overthinking this. Game has no chill. They don't. I don't want to take him down a peg, but at the same time, it's like it is about being humble and staying teachable and everything and not settling with where you are at the moment. It's good, but my mom made better. Oh. Colonel Sanders' expression grows serious. Did your little jab land too hard? Colonel, I know what you're going to say. I need to be better if I'm going to leave my mark on this world. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. No! There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? What a perfect time for the new leave emote from 7TV. Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can actually get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Shush house? Huh? Did she just say shush house? I guess that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. Not like that! You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection? Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. Are we really friends? Are we really friends if that's her thing? Though I guess we're not being a great friend either if we're wanting to just like spout off on each other's things and not either reason or cheer on or listen to one another, so, but you know, teenage drama. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, no. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? I mean, honestly, the way that they were describing it, it did kind of sound like a dipped cone from Dairy Queen, but Pop doesn't know that. Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Bullseye, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. Clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Bullseye, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. How badly did we injure our hand, though? Like, for reals. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday, I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? Easy. Easy me. He can choose what he wants. He can compliment who he wants. And that's fine. That's not any slight on you or anything else, but jeez. But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Bullseye. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Yeah. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Bullseye. Oh. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. No! Also, I guess I did keep that copy, but no! Whoa, that's that book! It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. No! No! You open to a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No! Okay, we at least get the question. My question is why the main character forgot to tell Bosco about the book. True. No, don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. What is he gonna do, though? Is he, like, about to get the zoomies? Or does he need to go to the bathroom? Just wait, see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Bullseye, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Uh-oh. Sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop, and how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Every time I blink, you go away again. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. How? 1, you only went on one date. 2, how many museums in the distance could you actually go to? But what? Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his, creation behind and runs out of the room. This right here kind of reminds me of something I made for a high school science class one time. I'm not kidding. We once had an assignment that was like, make something that represents the totality of the cell, like all of the parts of the cell. And what I did was I actually made a cake and like put things in it so that when you cut into it, it had like all the parts of the cell in such a way. But it's like, I don't know what this thing is, but we'll move on. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a Paul over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam! I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? I made a cake to represent Antarctica for a class project. Oh, that sounds cool though, Minstrel. Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe sorta. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a big ranch. A ranch big enough for the both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. That's not wrong. That is actually not wrong. I don't know. I could go into like a whole bunch of stuff, but it's like, that is actually not wrong. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I really should review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch. But that's okay, because you have a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you began to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Bullseye's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders and his fluttering cherry blossom petals. Bullseye, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. Pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick when the oven timer goes off behind you. Well, don't just leave it in there to burn. It's always good to just tell the truth. And I guess with the little hearts popping out everywhere, it's a good thing too. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. The length of 4 football fields? My dude, what kind of senses do you have? That was a good Valentine's Day message for a lot of people about not showing interest in the first person that shows interest in you. True. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. Then it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. Are you saying you could eat my cooking every day for the rest of your life? That actually is like kind of a proposal in Japan, supposedly, is you know, like how every country has like its isms for how you propose or say I love you or whatever. One of them I do believe I remember hearing was saying, I want you to make me miso soup for the rest of my life, which is like, miso soup is supposed to be like a staple with like every meal, especially like breakfast and such. So that's like, you know, a way of proposal or whatever. Anyway, there's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Ben and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Uh-oh. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. If you had to put an exact, if you had to hit the mark, even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. I mean, if he is an oven and a pressure fryer. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. Well, I guess it's a good thing we didn't try to set Miriam up with Clank. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? Which we were specifically warned about? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No! No! Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Which, talking about doing it the hard way, was specifically something else that Colonel Sanders told us, so... Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Bullseye. Yay. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Bullseye, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. No! Child! This is supposed to be individual. One, that's not going to be good for our dish, and two, that might get us disqualified and fail the exam. What are you doing? It's the secret ingredient. Oh. Oh, no. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up, and where in the world did she even get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. What? It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Huh, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Good. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck. Is there a Spork Pup time? There might be. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Give up and drop out of culinary school. No! Summon extra power from deep down within. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Bullseye, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. Get out of here, dude. Oh, the power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. No! But don't worry, dear Bullseye. You may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decided that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. Steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. Oh. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Wait. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students! When time expires, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. He's not wrong, considering there is wedge salad, but... It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst pranking UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks? Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. Well, it sounded like he was gonna go ballistic. Literally. Wedge salad can be good. True. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Well, 3 whole long days. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in a savory soup. How cute is that? How absolutely cute is that? I didn't know like this was actually a thing, but still. That actually does look really nice. That's adorable. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. I thought that's how white tea is made. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Bullseye, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made... uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Which, uni is the thing for urchin. That's actually what it is. And it actually is a bit of a delicacy, but it's also... It is a delicacy, but it's also something you might not want to know what it is, so... I'll leave it at that. Smooth egg custard. I mean, I don't know if uni can actually be poisonous, but it actually does look like he did a nice job with it, so. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly the way I did it. A bit much is a kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof! Woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Well, that might be a problem. Ouch, my tongue! Professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. Oh no! I can't eat this! It keeps poking my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount in simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student! Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Again, I would say she has very good potential as a pastry chef. So, Turkish delight, rosewater syrup, French meringue, and sugar glass. I mean, it's very appropriate for Valentine's Day, so... Certainly commendable, right? That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. I mean, considering like how intricate and everything it is, but still, you kind of have to taste something. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Bullseye? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. Child. This food not for eating. I'm done. We're leaving. I mean, again, I know there's always the saying, it looks too good to eat. But you kind of get over that, at least with time, and still. But yeah, they're totally not the essence of a cooking competition. You can make it look nice, but you have to be able to eat it. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. I mean, that's a redemptive arc I would want to see. As long as she kind of gets over, being shallow and fake and a little bit of a winch, then that would be kind of a good redemptive arc I'd like to see. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. He chopped up chicken tenders and put them on top of the bowl with a little bit of cheese. Okay. I guess at the very least, the spices that Miriam put in our dish, didn't go in the cheese sauce, because that would have been really bad. I tried anyway, might taste good. True. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. Wow. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last excitement to get their groove on. Oh boy, graduation prom. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. I mean, DJ Dog is in the house! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? And what, he said, how many dog years did he say? Like 49? Which I guess makes him 7? Maybe? Narrative might have skipped ahead a few hours. True. True. Oh. Well, I guess now everybody's in casuals. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. Again, redemptive arc I would like to see. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. Then what happened to supposed food poisoning from the octopus? And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. That is a cute outfit. In her little overalls and stuff. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh. Well. Sid, how are you? Oh, and that technically means student pass as well. True. Also, Pop is the dean's kid. How about that? Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events! An offer to join the royal family! It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe a queen? I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby! I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist! So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many more tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch accidentally get blown away by a single sneeze. Okie doke. Music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who's arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Huh? Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. Sorry, Invisible. Nah, no need to be sorry. Y'all don't ever have to apologize for not being around or talking or whatever else. I know y'all got lives. Like, I completely understand whether being able to be, you can't be here all the time, all at once. You can't talk all the time. Like, so don't ever feel like y'all have to apologize. I understand. But I'm glad you're back and hope you've been productive. And if not, good. Either way, y'all know what I'm saying. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. Is he gonna be a Dalek? Decorate. Not exterminate. Not exterminate. Decorate. What? What? I actually feel like I knew that this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Oh. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Yeah, now we get the full deal. A dog would be a hilarious twist. I mean... But yeah, totally reminding everybody about fried chicken and all of that such. The end? What? What? What do you mean, the end? Do I not get my happy ending? Okay. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Bullseye, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to! As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Bullseye. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. What? Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. What? But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? What? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll in a pastry school. Oh, my dear Bullseye, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. What? He didn't ask me to be his business partner? Yeah, go ahead and hit snooze. What? Also, I think we're gonna get the crazy anime intro again. What? What the heck? I'm gonna turn that down. No. I mean, clearly I know I did a few things wrong, but oh my gosh. Okay, so there are endings to this. Like, oh my word. I didn't expect to get, like, the good ending first try, especially with, like, how vague some of these answers were and such, but come on! Oh well. Well, that was my first attempt, but I love you, Colonel Sanders, so that was technically the end. But, darn it, I don't want to give up there. And since we've already seen everything, I think that we could maybe kind of cruise through. I did kind of look up and see, what the good ending is, or how to get the best ending. This is like Food Wars took an American turn. True. Again, this game is very, very anime, if you haven't already seen it. But oh man. Yeah, I want to go again, dang it. Did you save anywhere? I don't think it gave me an option to save anywhere, because when I pulled up the menu, it just said, like, resume or whatever else. I mean, I'm sure I can move pretty quickly since I'm not going to be reading the text and everything, but I remember, because I didn't see anywhere an option to save, so that's why I was kind of looking for just that same reason. Probably just because you can get through it so quickly. What a tagline. Yup. Finger looking good dating sim, or in my case, golden fried delicious dating sim. But yeah. Wait, hang on. Oh hey! So we can bounce around a little bit. Okay, well that works. Okay. Yeah, load. Go to the title screen. Okay. But yeah, I want to go for the good ending, dang it. And I think I want to try to show, like, the game overs along the same way we can. We'll just try to show off, like, as much as we can. As short as this was, we'll just have fun with it. But we do need to go ahead and do ads, as we do. 30 minutes of ads per, or 30, no, 3 minutes of ads per hour to turn off pre-rolls. But shall I leave you guys with Friday night? I don't know what to leave you guys with. Turn this up for now. There. I'll leave you guys with the wistful music of the menu music. But again, we do need to take an ad. 3 minutes. Take a break. Stand up, stretch, go to the bathroom. And when we come back, we will try to go for, like, all the game overs and the better ending. Dadgummit. That's what we're gonna aim for. Yeah, I've got a couple of things to look at. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Supposedly there is a third not so great ending aside from just game overs, but you know, I want to go for, like, the good ending. Enjoy the lurk, Sid. Glad you could hang out. Yep. Excuse me. Let me see. Oh man, I think I actually nailed most of the test. I'm just looking over the guide for it. Oh, we were actually supposed to run to him. And it didn't matter what I chose off of Sprinkle's dish. Hmm. Okay. Man, we were pretty close to getting, like, the good ending. Or, like, the best ending. Alright. But we will go ahead and let ads go off. I was just checking over things, because we will be going for all endings and game overs that we can. Or at least, we're going for the true ending, and I'm going to try to show off the game overs. But, we will be back. And we will run ads. Sorry, word. When you're reading so much, you kind of can't word. Alright, I will be right back. Thank you everybody for your patience. Alright. Let's see if we can't get some funny game overs and the best ending. Alright. Really, I'm probably just going to start from the beginning. Let me have this somewhere. Because again, there are a couple of funny game overs. Though one of them I have no idea how I'm supposed to get, but we'll see. And then there's that. Alright, we'll put that right there. Alright, but yeah, we'll show off the game overs. That hopefully I should just be able to like jump like right back into them. Alright, but let's go. Statoville. And just same as before. Although I don't know why they kept my name in all caps other than like a visual novel dating sim trope. Alright. Nah, stay in bed. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. Game over? Already? You might not be cut out for this. Okay. I'm glad that they at least give you a chance to, like, try it over. So that's good. Though, I don't know if that means going back to that decision, or... I guess we'll see. Alright, up and at 'em. Alright, and I'm hoping if they let us start over, that I can get, like, all the good stuff. Alright, we have one biscuit. Arium. For a pep talk. I mean, I'm glad I can just click this and it just zooms through everything. Newman. Alright. Okay, let's find out, because this is actually a game over. Is offering Sprinkles a beef treat instead of a chicken snack. Reach beneath your apron and return with a small bit of beef jerky in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. Beef, are you trying to give me a heart attack? I would never eat that. You clearly do not belong here. Please remove your apron and then remove yourself from this class and this school. It seems you've reached the end of the line, Chef. The proverbial game over. Try again? Okay. Oh, so we just like restart the chapter. That works. Again, very glad they put that button in there, just fast through instead of me having to click through everything. That's very smart. I do have to say, for a visual novel, this is pretty well designed. Oh, also. I did not realize how loud the audio was. I apologize. Alright. Alright, right about there. Okay, chicken snack. Of course, sit by Colonel Sanders. The next one is failing the pop quiz, but... nah. Slam dunk, nah. Meat tenderizer. Pancake. Just yes. He is nothing but the best. We failed. Fail. If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the dating simulator. That's so good. Can't stand the heat, stay out of the dating sim. True. Alright, dragon. Yeah, this should go pretty quick. Alright. So yeah, it's like we can get the game over scenes and the best ending, hopefully. Okay, chicken snick. Okay, we sit by Colonel Sanders. And pop quiz, it's extremely important to wash your hands. Some feather. And then a spork. And then anything with love. And he is the best boy. Got 5 out of 5. And he says we have a beautiful brain. Okay. And then this one's easy. Again, they did a really good job. Alright, focus your mind. And it's like, oh, we have the secret ingredient. I mean, at least with visual novels, you don't have to worry too much about a lot of moving parts. Okay, modest but thoughtful. Oh, right, here we have to suggest steak tartare. And also clank. Doesn't matter. Okay, steak tartare. I had a delicious steak tartare once in an incredibly fancy restaurant. It was simple but sophisticated. Could we make that? Beef! Raw beef? With seasoning and an egg yolk on top. Bullseye, I must admit, I am disgusted right now. Consider our partnership ended. Bullseye, where's your partner? I suggest we prepare steak tartare and raw beef? Pack your things. Your time at University of Cooking School Academy for Learning is over. Nobody likes steak or beef, anything, but considering this is a game about fried chicken and chicken, I guess it makes sense. Alright, modest and thoughtful. I guess we all should see what Clank's dialogue is, since we didn't pick him before. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this junction. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, 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 warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzz. Tissue, I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your cooking classwork. Alright, we got pick a recipe, mashed potatoes and gravy, because we already did steak tartare. Alright, and Colonel Sanders. Again, like, I did pretty well for picking most everything. There's just a couple things that I didn't pick right in order to get the best ending. Alright, and then just as defend. Defend again. Defend. Thankfully the next one isn't until like a couple of chapters over. Oh, it's like, oh, you can't defend anymore, so you have to attack. So, just cook with love. And then spare. That's the good thing to do. Oh. That's funny. If I skip through the sleeping Nebula bit, you still see the animation, but it takes place over your room. That's funny. That's very cute. Okay, we did that. Okay. Doo-doo. Alright, make up a fake ingredient. Again, this was surprisingly the right choice. Alright, and we actually are supposed to run to him. And compliment, because being forward is too much. Okay, act like you're not interested. This is one of the things that I didn't do right. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, you notice as you eavesdrop it, you try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, make the rules. Okay, and then it's just the same thing. You can pick any of them. Choose the dog treat for an extra choice. Oh no. Well, because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps. You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. Oh. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. I never even got to taste it. Is this the end? You fade into darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster. Borko, what are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Okay, just a glass of water. Grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp like the purest snow melted by a mountain spring. Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. Oh, my word. And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Okay. Step up, say you're on. And then this is where the next thing is going to happen. And it's going to be... Oh, hang on. Alright, lunchtime competition. Uh, 100 degrees Celsius. 11. And gratitude. Small town. Again, I almost got this right. And then the sound of success is silence. That's right, when they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. Okay, cheering one. Oh, and then we absolutely trip out. Any choice works, it doesn't matter because the Colonel is taken over. Mine in the competition. Yeah, any choice. And then we're actually supposed to internalize our rage, but one of the bad ones is getting in between the Colonel and Ashley. You reach out with your apron to wipe the sauce off of his glistening face. Colonel Sandals recoils and brushes you back. This goatee isn't just a fashion statement, it's also functional. I was saving that flavor for later. They made the beard joke? Oh, my word. They made the beard joke. Which, clearly, if you, one, don't have a beard, or you haven't heard that dad joke before, it's like anytime there's, like, a piece of food or something, like, in their beard hair, there's always the joke of, oh, I was saving that for later, or whatever. So that's funny. Oh, this game. Again, whoever came up with this, which clearly was KFC and the devs in the beginning of the game, they knew what they were doing. A mini soup catcher, if you will. True. To be fair. Yeah. Once the whiskers are long enough. Mm-hmm. It's hard to keep food out. Say oops. Try again. So we'll have to do that all over again. Yeah, like any of those choices when you're hallucinating about the kernel is fine. You're on 100 degrees Celsius. 11 spices. Gratitude. Small town. Silence. The kernel takes over. And just anything works. And then you have to internalize your rage. Internalize the rage. A longer mustache, allowed to go over the mouth may be stylish, but it's terrible to eat food cleanly. True. That is true. From what I've witnessed with spirits, and sometimes his beard here gets pretty long. Okay. Let me just keep going. Spork monster. And we go back to his place. And revealing it is actually the right thing. And click on the candle. Because supposedly finding all the spices is what helps. And then get the glowing door. Alright. And then again, telling the truth was the right thing. That's the main menu music too. Oh, you're right! That is the main menu. Which I guess is like the romance theme or whatever. Confess. Dream sequence. Okay, which I don't think we're missing anything here. And then we made the mistake by taking him down a peg instead of flattering him, unfortunately. So we flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Oh. Okay. So we move on. Okay. We're talking to Miriam. And again, it was actually a good... I actually made a lot of the right choices. I think the wrong one was just to take him down a peg. And such. Don't do it after all. Oh, and it was he must be hungry. That was one of the other things. He must be hungry. You reach into your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My, Bullseye, were you studying? Something with cinnamon? I have been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Okay. And then the drama. Oh, that's... Oh, shoot. I went too much through the date drama. Whoops. think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? He took her skydiving! Oh gosh. While that seems like a dream, that also seems very terrifying. You know. Arguing. You still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. No, you had to show off your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Oh. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Oh. Is there a game over for casting a spell? It doesn't look like it. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker, considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, is not entirely sure where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with the shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Say a whale. Alright, now we're going to the competition. Okay, and then we fess up about our practice dish. Again. Yep. So yeah, just a couple of things we did wrong. Nope, do it the hard way. Although one of the game overs says, let Ashley remain a chicken. Though I'm assuming if we cast a spell? I don't want to ruin it, so I'm not really going to worry about that. But yeah, one of the game overs literally says, let Ashley remain a chicken. Yeah, do it the hard way. Alright, summon a powwow. Stupid ghost. Making me look bad. Booga booga booga. Okay, and then they're judging. The uni. Oh, I also didn't realize that by turning down some of the side effects, because the menu was so loud, that we're actually missing some of the sound effects from the characters. So hang on. So I'll do that. There's an implicit pun with Bam Ban's dish. Oh, is there? What is it? You can go back to that choice after the best ending. True. He made uni. Oh, in university? For you. That is true. Alright. Again, I would love to see Ashley's redemptive arc. You know? Okay. And that... And like he's an alien. Oh, Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. And he disappears. And then Colonel Sanders arrives. And he gets the full meal deal. No, not the end. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Bullseye? I couldn't help but wonder. Was our final exam team-up purely an act of strategy carried out by two cunning chefs? Or was it something more? I'm afraid I can't answer that question directly. Instead, I'd like to ask you a question of my own. May I have this do-si-do? Colonel Sanders extends his hand to you, and you feel a surge of energy jump off the tips of his fingers. His hand, the hand of a master chef, so dedicated to the craft of fine cookery, so tender yet refined, so milky smooth, fingers like finely battered drumsticks, turned in flour, soaked in buttermilk, and dusted with exotic spice. What? But they do not reach for tongs, a knife, or even a spork. Tonight they reach for you. And though our feet may tire of dancing, I believe that this is just the beginning of our steps together. Colonel Sanders, will you not only join me on the dance floor, but in the kitchen, as my co-chef and partner in both business and in life? You gasp. Could it be? Is he really saying? Me and you? Together? Ever since I met you, my dream has changed. It's not enough to simply open the world's greatest chain of fried chicken restaurants. No. Even then, my life would be incomplete without you by my side. So what do you say, partner? I say, I love you, Colonel Sanders. Title drop. The for real end. Wow, that was a life-changing 3 days. Overwhelmed by everything that just happened between you and Colonel Sanders, you step outside to get some air. The quad is dark and quiet. Too quiet. You start to smell something salty, potatoey, gravy-y. Just then, Spork Monster appears. Hi, Bullseye. You had some pretty sweet dance moves back there. Why, thank you. You weren't too shabby yourself. That moonwalk you did was pretty cool. Oh, you noticed? I'm so embarrassed. Anyways, I had something to ask you. You see, life as a potato-like creature is difficult. I have no place to call home other than people's nightmares. Oh, I had no idea. I was wondering if I might be able to go home with you? Permanently? I'll run out and get the paper in the morning and everything. What do you say? Yes, we adopt him. My hero, I will forever be in your debt. The end. Seriously though, it really is this time. There you go. There's the for real, true ending. And we're about to get blasted by anime, so I'll turn that down. But oh man, like, absolutely bravo to the devs and everything who thought of this. Like, my gosh. I mean, like, the animation is good. It's certainly very anime. And it is pretty quippy, to say the least. It's so cute. Alright, but yeah, let me see if I can do... What is it? Okay, it's the final one. Okay, let's see if we can get Ashley turned into a chicken. I have an idea of how I do that, just for funsies. Just to kind of like show off all the game overs. Okay. Cast a spell. You take out your own spellbook and let your instincts guide you to a page you've never seen before. It's a summoning spell with a conjure up a spork monster. Now seems like a good time to add some chaos to the mix. You've summoned me! Ah, the Broom Cooking Arena. So many fond memories of battling this place. In my old life. In your old life? I wasn't always the monster you see before me. No, once I was a student like yourself who attended this school. Spork Monster notices the book you're holding. I see what's going on here. Things are going your way, huh? Been there, my friend. I tried to cast a spell on myself to imbue my body with the powers of my favorite foods. As you can imagine, things did not go as planned. When spells say only cast in case of emergency, they mean it. I'm kind of in a pinch here. Got any better ideas? The Spork Monster's smile curls up mischievously. For starters, never cast spells on yourself. Cast them on your rivals. Uh-oh. Just tell me who is giving you trouble and we'll take very good care of them. You motion to Ashley. Before he could think of better of this dastardly decision, he recite a spell that turns you into a chicken! Now a mere bird, she flaps her wings and glides off into the produce section of the arena, far from her station. Okay, gotta go, bye! Uh-oh. This could be dangerous. You're immediately racked with guilt over this act of blatant transmogrification. You don't know what to do. It would be poetic justice for Ashley to live out the rest of her days as a chicken, and yet that seems unspeakably cruel. After all, it's just a cooking competition. Do nothing. Ashley remains a chicken. Chicken Ashley pecks around at the base of some cabinetry, searching for some loose vegetables to eat. Bullseye, how could you? Cheating on the final exam? I've never been more disappointed. And here I was considering you for a place not only in my future chain of highly successful chicken restaurants, but also my heart. Without hesitation, he casts a counterspell from memory that saves her. There's such a thing as competing with honor, and this does not qualify. I no longer want anything to do with you. No! Okay, we're gonna do that, but we'll turn her back. We'll turn her back and see what ending we get. Okay, cast a spell. Because maybe this will get us the not good ending. Try to save her. You turn to the next page and cast a reversal spell. Chicken Ashley immediately transforms back into herself. Bach? No, that's someone else entirely. She's in shock and still exhibiting some chicken-like movements, but otherwise appears to be alright. Is it just me, or does this chicken seem remarkably fresh today? Right then you realize that Colonel Sanders witnessed your entire sabotage. He is not impressed. Your heart sinks as you think of how much you might have disappointed him and ruined your chances of any kind of future together. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Okay. I'm gonna go through the rest of it just to see if we can get the thing. If somehow we could also get, like, the not great ending. Assuming giving up. Yes, giving up was a game over. Oh. Oops. I forgot I was supposed to give up. But it probably would just say something like, you know, you drop out, fail, game over, whatever. Doo-doo. Oh, and this pairs her with Pop. That's funny. Dinner. Oh, okay. Okay, so we still got the mid-ending. We still got the mid-ending, so that's fine. And we get the anime intro once again. I don't think you guys are complaining about the intro anyway. Again, it's done really well. Like, I mean, the animation is good. The writing is quippy. They made some funny references and tropes. I feel like this is absolutely tropey, but it's very good. This is too cute, though. But, yeah. But that was I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-looking-good dating sim. We not only got the mid-ending, where we got his heart, but we didn't get his respect as a chef. We got the best ending, where he asks us to help him run his business and be his life, or his wife, or whatever. And then we got to see some of the game overs along the way. And spoilers, there is one more ending, which is, I guess, if you, like, do all the bad things, but you still get to the end anyway. It just says you just receive a coupon for a complimentary side and a soda upgrade, which is like, oh, you can just come to my restaurants and that's it here. But this was totally cute, and this was free. Like, reminder of that, this was absolutely free. And it is free for you guys to try it on Steam for yourselves if you want to. It's a fun little romp for just, you know, a couple of hours. Has the replayability for you to find the game overs, for you to find the 3 endings, etc. But again, I appreciated it. And I'm kind of glad we made the decision just to go, you know, with the fun, silly dating sim romp and everything. If you guys ever have any other kinds of suggestions when it comes to like, fun holiday games or stuff, because again, there's some funny free stuff out there for holidays for sure. But this was a good choice. But I do like doing visual novels. We didn't get to do any voices, but that's fine, because again, words are hard. Wording can be hard sometimes, and that's alright. But oh man. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you'll have a happy Valentine's Day.